Hello, everyone. Since you're here, and I think I'm gonna keep doing stuff on this character. That is what I think. Do I need to change anybody's builds around at all? It's a great spot for panic, but I don't have panic yet, which is a great argument for spending some time on my mesmering things. I was just trying to decide mentally if I should, like, if I had Breath of the Great Dwarf on this character, this would actually be a reasonable spot to bring it, but I don't. Okay, whatever. I've decided. I'm going to use this really bad Cesta and my incomplete undead spear and hit intermission. And I will trigger barbs myself. Okay. Not spider. Get you up here. I do have a Signet of Capture, so I can capture Whale of Doom, I think is the name of the spell that I basically never use. That you get here. Okay, everybody start wandering. We're gonna... I think it would be best to wait for this monk to wander around. Yeah, I see my pet needs help. Okay, bound Kita. Kita? Whichever. Oh yeah, we got minions, don't we? Nice, nice, nice. Those will help. I have to admit, this offhand that's basically like an oversized glove is pretty cool, relatively speaking. It's better than some of the options anyway, in my opinion. His name was Turai Asa, and this is his story. I appreciate that this allows me to trigger the granite slabs thing myself. Boy, I am not coherent at the moment, am I? But I know what I meant. Barbs. I can trigger barbs with my spear. That is what I meant. It's nice that Whale of Doom is an early one. Wasn't this an interrupt at one point in time? I mean, it kind of is now. We'll see if I manage to get through this. Some of these parts can be a little rough, but... I want nothing to do with that guy and his exploding ways. Well, that hurt. It's all attributes, right? Yeah. It's a good response to a dangerous spell or whatever. That didn't go quite as well as I would have liked because Milani kind of got a little overly aggressive, but it went fine. Okay. Did I hit the tripwire yet? Well, they're going at us now, that's for sure. Ooh, nice. Gold armor. I'll take that. Did I just get a skill point? I think I did. Got a lot of loot from that one. That's kind of nice. I'm curious what I got here. Superior inspiration magic? Sentinels is probably actually valuable. Soup inspiration, probably not. Need to remember how to use pet attacks more regularly. Okay, do we have favor right now? This feels like we have a favor situation. Because I'm not used to getting quite this many goodies, mostly. I'd like an enchanting mod for this spear, I think. Don't know about a prefix. Okay, what's going on with this hammer? I mean, I don't care for sundering. Not really a great intrinsic mod, but a 19% enchanting mod is nice to have for hammer. Obviously, it's not as ideal as having the well, those guys went down fast. Our damage seems to be really good. We'll say that. I'm happy about that. So there's a tripwire there that made all of these afflicted rush down from up top. And I noticed more went that way than went this way. It might be part of why this direction has always felt a little bit easier. These Temple Guardians can be a real menace. I saw the yellow of the stone pedestal, which is not quite the same as the color that rares are, but it tricked me for like a very tiny split second. I feel like I'm not as talkative today as I sometimes am. I'm just kind of focusing on getting this mission done, especially this. Let's see. No, it's not this room. It's the one after, right? No, it is this one. This one can be particularly nasty. I'm going to tell my guys to stay up here, go far enough forward to trigger movement. And then hopefully Menlo and Togo come back with me. And then Lonnie get aggressive and brought her up. Well, that could have gone better. Okay. I don't know what I was hoping to accomplish with that. Okay, I don't know why Insidious whatever did it such good work, but hey, we managed to survive the initial onslaught. No thanks to my poor timing. Oh, yeah, Kali is probably going to get resurrected by one of those. Oh, no, never mind. Sometimes one of those spirits can be a, restoration that resurrects Kali when it dies, which is always kind of funny. It doesn't, like, set you back on progress in the mission or anything, but... I also want to take out these rangers that are kind of circling around, because I don't want them coming up behind us. It's just bad news all around. That happens. Okay. Put up Melania all aggressive like. Well, the minions will do the work, I suppose, if nobody else does. Okay, Bound Vizu has had her AI break. I will take it. I don't like being set on fire. I see you wanding over there. Yay! I'm always glad when I manage to beat that in one try, because that one can be a little tricky. Also probably part of why I was trying to focus on it. Just because there's so many things that can go wrong at various parts in that one. What do you got going on? Minor energy storage. That, we'll have to check what I'm doing with that one. That one might be somewhat valuable. Trying to get more steel ingots. Failing to get steel ingots. Thank you, Emperor. Hey, Vizu. Back to Zenku Corridor. If I do this, then I'm more likely to spawn in a useful location. What's this shield guy going on? Nothing much. I want to continue using Strike as one. Thank you. Now I'm trying to think if there's anything that I expect to capture between here and there, and the answer is no. This disables all of your non-attack skills. And Tyker's Fury is not very good. It is what it is, I suppose. I'm just trying to decide what sort of skill I'd want otherwise here. Honestly, probably something from Eye of the North would be good, but Never Rampage alone, also probably not the worst choice, come to think of it. It helped make my pet a little tankier and attack faster. Sure, you know what? I'm going to go with that. Feels weird, but... I mean, my whole Curses Beastmaster build is weird, so... It is what it is. What's my supply of? Okay. I'm going to want to... do something with that. Also, probably going to get the Sentinels out of this. I'm going to need to check relative values of things, though. Tombo, anything of note from you? There are skills available. Resist removed enchantment from Dark Foe. Enchantments removed. The next 2 seconds, your next enchantment spell casts some faster and costs less energy. What a weird one. Bloodbond is good. Some of these other ones, not so much. I don't care about most ranger skills. Gaze of Contempt is probably a good one to have on hand. Let's just buy some skills here. Gaze of Contempt is good to have. If some of these were ranged attacks instead of bow attacks, I could see a possibility for wanting some of those, but there's an off chance that this character will want to apply poison. I'm not going to purchase it right now or anything, though. Shivers of Dread is not really what I consider a top tier skill, but Funnily enough, I might want to get Vampiric Bite and Vampiric Touch on my Ranger more than this character. Blood Bond is one of those skills that I do on this character, even though I think it's already unlocked on my account. Blood Drinker is not very good, but I need it eventually, so I might as well grab it. Okay. There, I have acquired several skills. Let's just stick that there for the moment. I'll be selling this stack of iron off is my plan. Not a spider, as advertised, is not a spider. Okay, let's go talk to a lady about stuff. Oh good, you have irresistible sweep. Info assassin are rude. One of the other skills that I could see wanting is heal as one, which I can get. I know where it is in Ferndale, not Ferndale. Melandri's Hope. Some other skills in there that I'm going to need to capture. Pretty sure that guy had a bad day. Okay. Arborstone. There's nothing I'm going to want to worry about. Actually, now that I think about it, I think one of the routes has Vampiric Spirit, so I may want to take that path. Yeah, that may be prudent. These are high energy weapons, if I remember correctly, for casters. I don't know what they are for physical. Oh, they're 15 over 50. Nice. These daggers are actually decent. Yeah, this is probably a reasonable katana to get, but high energy sets if you want those. I do like having a high energy set. In theory, at some point, but it's not necessarily the suffix I would choose first choice for that, but the other thing that I'm noticing is that the attributes are not necessarily always what I want. Like, I'm going to want primary attributes typically not for a specific element a lot of the time. So, but you know, it's a spot that you can make them if you want, which is not necessarily a bad idea. If you're trying to go a little bit extra. Okay, Danica. Yeah, Plague is pretty terrible. Redemptor Carl is like, what are you talking about doing? Okay, but who is like Milani? How did you end up way back there? What were you doing? Well, I'm not going to help you if you decide to get yourself in a fight. What is my character's current alignment? More Luxon than Krizik. That makes sense. I think I'm going to go ahead and do something about some of these things I'm carting around. Ah. No modifier. The flux was meant to change things up, and I'm not sure how successful it is. Well, probably changes things up at any rate. Okay, my energy storage has some value, but not a ton of value. Enough that I am absolutely going to remove it from this, though. I don't know if my elementalist needs it. I'm going to stick this one in the bank for now. Sentinels. Okay, Sentinels is not super valuable. It's worth less than this armor. Superior I think it was spiked a little bit semi-recently. But I'm not going to like hang on to it hoping it'll go up again or something. Super Domination is actually way down, which is interesting. But this is just fine to sell. Move this over here. Crafting material trader. That is... Yeah, they're up a little bit. Well, I'm happy to restock the iron supply. Not like spectacular, but it's a bit. Yeah, a lot of materials are a little bit low right now. First squares are up a little bit, actually. Ecto's kind of at 7 plat right now. Gemstones are down a little bit, I think. At least from where they were at one point in time. It's interesting to me that eyeballs are the cheapest. They must not be used as much compared to the other ones. These are up a little bit. I think I have a few. Yeah, I have an amber or a jadeite shard. Yes. Those aren't worth trying to salvage out. Okay. Now then, continuing on. Don't really need to look at the map, and I don't know why I bothered. A lot of cripple going around. Oh, none shall pass. Like, what knocked me over? And then I figured out what it was. Interestingly enough, if you have enough knockdowns, you can kind of use their tactics against them. The warden, please, not the random spirits. Okay, lift operator. I'm going to check Arborstone. I have a route that I always take through it. So that means I'm kind of poorly versed on the other routes. I don't need this. I'm not looking for strategy. I'm looking for bosses. Yeah, okay, Vampiric Spirit is obtainable. And that's along... Yeah, okay. The southern route. I think I might have actually done last time, which is only the main reason why I even am thinking about this in the first place. I think I will go ahead and pick it up at this time, because I might as well. I don't have any blood magic going on, but... Acolyte Hans Gib. Thank you. Okay. Everything else look fine. Means are a little awkward just because the stone things don't leave corpses, but otherwise it should be fine. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. I definitely could use some PvE only skills, but I don't know. I don't feel like going up in the Eye of the North and doing that right now. I feel like doing this, so we just won't. I didn't really feel like the Sunspear skill was doing a whole lot of good for me. I mean, I'm sure it was not nothing, but... I think my elementalists are actually doing a lot of damage here. In part, one thing Zed has going on is being able to spam stoning because of being a dual attuned can lead for a lot of knockdowns thanks to Thunderclap. Yeah, Shatter Enchantment's a little rough. Menlo, please keep yourself healed. You need to get more Sickness of Capture soon, too. Doing a pretty good job of acquiring elites. Helps when you're in factions and there's actually elites to acquire. Okay. Wardens and creatures more foul. Silk. Nice. You just did this mission for Zaishin this week in hard mode? Falling rocks are annoying. Okay. Note to self. Minions might be good, but they also really, really disrupt these monks that follow you around. They don't know how to handle themselves. Who do we have? Ugh, we got the bad boss. By which I mean the Mesmer. Oh man, I love dropping barbs on somebody and then the minions doing just a volley. It's very satisfying. Yeah, it's really just slow Menlo and Danica quite a bit. Have minions here. Okay, boss is dead. That's good. That guy's scary. Still remember coming in here with my ranger hoping to capture the elite skill off of the boss, and it turned out to be the Mesmer instead of the ranger. That was a bummer. Man, we're gonna St. Victor time, huh? We'll get there eventually. Menlo's here if something goes wrong. Hear that, Menlo? You're our plan. I'm gonna watch this one. I haven't done it in a while. I kind of feel like it. Take that, Arbor Stone. Why are my heroes so nonchalantly just strolling? Yeah, I see you, Menlo.
Look out!
Countess, are you all right?
Listen, be damned. I didn't see that one coming. I'm all right.
Brother Menlo? Brother Menlo?
I'm unhurt, but I'm trapped on this side. It's up to you to get the Countess and the urn out safely. I'll go around and meet you in front of the cathedral.
Okay.
May Duena carry you safely to your destination.
May Balthazar give you the might to make it through. Go now.
I don't know what his path is out there, but... Oh hey, the minions have gotten a head start on the stone rains for us. That's nice. Oh my goodness, my pet's gonna be so obnoxious to control right now. At least while I'm holding this thing. Go fight that. Constantly telling it go fight things. Okay. I want to take this route over here because this is the route with the dredge on it. It's the one that has the boss that I want to capture from. Feels nostalgic going into a mission needing capture skills from it. And drop this stupid box. Makes my life less convenient. There's the real threat back there. Okay, good. That problem is gone at least. More gardeners. Gardeners are definitely the biggest problem among the dredge because they are bonders, which means that they will greatly mitigate the damage being done to the rest of the team if you're not taking care of them. This is important to eliminate them so they don't be a problem. It's really funny stripping Ore of Displacement off somebody and sending them just hurtling back from where they came from. Oni, eh? Has a very effective barbs. A lot of damage. That one not as much then. I mean, it still did damage, but not as much. Okay, Vampiric Spirit unlocked. Not terrible right now, actually. Like, it's not great, don't get me wrong. But +5 health regen is acceptable for no attributes whatsoever. I'll throw the extra points into blood. Make this a little bit better. Hey, yeah, what do you know? A little bit better. Might as well get my regen going. Ah, you're a gatherer. Not quite as bad as the other thing I was after, but still kind of hanging out there. These dredge have heavy pockets. Dropping a lot of gold coins on me. Kurzik chest. Doesn't do anything for me right now. I thought that might happen. I felt like I remembered Oni popping up around here. Okay, well, those guys all fell over. Nothing down there, right? Okay. Because I was selecting the chest, I wanted to make sure there's nothing else that I would potentially be wanting to grab. There was not, but it's the sort of thing that felt like it could happen. See, like I was selecting that chest over this pile of gold. It was the closest item. Falling rocks are kind of obnoxious, aren't they? Keep interrupting me. Probably causing a lot of problems for Elias, if I had to guess. He does have a decent supply of minions, though, so... Okay, a quickly whittling supply of minions. Falling ceilings are such a pain in the rear. I suppose they're more of a pain in the head, but whatever. I was playing semantics. Okay, I'm gonna wait for Elias to catch up before proceeding further. I want the minion army with us. Okay. The biggest threat is down, so that I'm happy about. That judge can hit so freaking hard. It's a huge problem. I see Zed just had a bad time. Oh, she got the door open. Nice. On vocation. Right, we're going over to Luxon territory. What's my cap here? 20 grand. Where's strike is one again? There it is. What am I gonna want for? Shivers of Dread is like one of those skills that I don't know how to use well. I guess you could use Bitter Chill with it. Make Bitter Chill and interrupt. Not a terrible idea, actually. Not a plan I'm looking to do right now. It also can synergize if you have a weapon that deals cold damage like this Bone Claw Staff. But that said, Shivers of Dread is not exactly a skill I've particularly made much use of. I don't need those random points allocated. Not doing a whole lot for me. Good old EOE. This is situationally quite useful. Interestingly enough, the reason why it says below 90% health on this is because people would use Edge of Extinction to troll in alliance battles where you'd basically be a plant on the other side. So you'd go into the other side and then you would place an Edge of Extinction and then kill yourself with BIP. And there's some way that resulted in some shenanigans or something. I don't really know the details though. As I'm thinking about it. Might just bring faint-heartedness. That's not bad. Okay, the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm realizing I need to go up to the Eye of the North and go get some skills. To flesh out what I'm doing with my bar. You know, actually, yeah, I'm gonna give this to Takora. Like, it's not the full 10% like this is, but it is half skill recharge time and half casting time. And they're not great, but they're reasonable. So that seems like an improvement over her Protective Rod. Not really what I was expecting from that, but I will accept it quite happily. Something good. Undertaker's Minor Shadow Arts. I don't think either of those had any value, but I will stick it over here to investigate later. Interesting. This channeling focus likely contains bones. Oh, that was not what I was expecting. I am surprised. Okay. I need to go talk to them again. That's just outside here, and then that takes me over to that territory. I'm just trying to mentally process what I'm trying to do here. Put stuff away in my bank, and then grab a few supplies, I suppose, is what I'm trying to do here. Okay. Let's go sell these things off. Okay, let's just get some kits. All right. Pengmai Valley. Yes, that is our destination. Do I want to... I might transition over to the Eye of the North to go get some skills, though. Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable plan of action. Oh. Is there anything to capture in that one, too? I think there's like 2 ranger skills. Mind burn. Mesmer stuff. What? Why? Get away from me, random plant. Yes, Primal Rage. All you want. Primal Rage is like a frenzy variant, but it requires adrenaline buildup. It's really... yeah. You following me, Togo? Okay. It's another skill that would be good to pick up. Not really sure where you do offhand. I believe there's a spot in Prophecies for Tainted Flesh, but I don't remember where you get it because it's just not a skill I think about like ever. I feel like my team has really good damage. Headmaster Greco, can you explain to me what's going on here? Is he somehow allied with these enemies and that's why they also set me on fire? Oh, that guy just died to barbs and minions. That works. I'll take it. The thing that I'm really liking about Peace and Harmony is it just takes care of everything. It's not as good against conditions as Restore Condition is, but because it's literally just everything it handles, hex stacks as well as Condi stacks, its versatility is really, really nice. My supply of sickness is captured again, like 2? Yeah. I mean, a lot of my priority is making my way through various campaigns. That way I can start doing capping runs and stuff and build up my resources as well. Safe. Always really funny to me. Is, you know what? I'm here to ramble. It's always really funny to me when I'm watching anime and there's just like random English word because I'm watching subtitles. And it's just like, safe. Kind of like a baseball got to the bases sort of way of expressing it. Then the translation is something more like elaborate because of the way that they're using the word safe. And then there's good old cakey, or cake. Like house. Please let me in. Okay. You go find Elder Rhea over here. Talk to her. His name was Turai Asa. I'm just thinking about that for some random reason. I feel like I've probably gotten Mersat and Tengu stuff the most. I was really surprised, actually, with Janthier Wilds that we didn't get Mersat, like a reprise of the Mersat weapon set from this game. I would have expected that we would have. Like, I was expecting us to get, you know, the cool staff and stuff, but for some reason we didn't. And I don't know what that reason is, but it surprised me that it was the case.
How can I help? Welcome, friend.
This one would be good to get, or to do as well, but I'm more interested in heading up to Gunner's Hold right now. Yeah. I was just trying to think about what skills I might want to be looking at or whatever, but... Oh, hey, Jorah. I will speak with you.
Hail, Lowlander.
Part of it, too, is what skills might I want to try to capture while I'm out here. It's not some sort of immediate consideration or anything, but it's certainly a long-term one. I definitely feel like the tenor of the Norn changed quite a bit
Never anger a Norn.
in
Why are you?
Guild Wars 2. They're softened a lot. I think people have complained about a similar thing with Yasura, which I think is a reasonable-ish complaint. Honestly, one of my biggest complaints about Norn is, like, the entire Norn story, functionally, is, in Guild Wars Eye of the North, is about how important bear form is. Like, the blessing of bear and all of that. Like, it's just... Clearly, it's something that's super important. And then, like, those skills, because they're PvE, or they're racial skills, excuse me. Not the right phrase. They're racial skills in Guild Wars 2. They're kind of garbage and you never use them. So it's like the thing that makes Norn and is like a huge deal. I mean, it's not the only thing that makes Norn, but like something that's made to be out an absolutely enormous deal is just never something that you use in Guild Wars 2. And I think that's a huge bummer. I kind of wish I had Plague Sending right now. I don't even have that skill, do I? I have Plague Touch, but I don't have Plague Sending. Plague Sending would be right before Plague Touch. and before Plague Sickness. So it'd be like right after Parasitic Bond. I don't have a way to open that right now. Not the biggest concern though. Plague Sending would be nice as just a way of dealing with these Mandragora in particular, because it would allow you to get conditions off yourself and onto them. Not a huge deal, but it would be nice. I'll fight Kettle Bjorn. Makes me think of Kettle
Are you
Corn.
hunting something?
For better or for worse. I don't want to fight those elementals, but we are going to kind of walk next to them enough that they might aggro on us. Okay, apparently not. Liquor Balm Giver.
Who goes there?
I go here.
Never anger a Norn.
Like those forms are just such a huge deal. Not like they stop using their weapons either. I don't know. I'm just really disappointed with how they're implemented in Guild Wars 2 in the long term, because it just wasn't relevant. Something that was, you know, one of the most significant, like the entire storyline in Guild Wars Eye of the North is about, just was rendered not relevant, and I don't know. It's not the biggest deal, but it just.
Who goes there? Never anger a
0 kills. I know that impresses you so much, doesn't it? Most of these char are weak and don't matter. And some of them are not. Honestly, our elementalists probably wipe out a ton of the weaker ones really fast, and then the stronger ones give us a huge headache. Okay. Actually, we're doing okay here. A lot of small coins to pick up, where I'm getting like 2 coins or something per pickup, but get your attunement back up and go earthquake those char. Okay, let's back him up. Well, he just got interrupted. Oh, unfortunate. Like not spider hitting for a bunch of damage. That Dominator needs to go down. That Flame Wielder is weak. Here, if you're gonna dual shot. Oh, there goes my pet. Okay, not spider, stop being on the ground. I have work for you. Get over here. Help me with this char axe, master. And pet attacks are weird. Okay. Did I finish Star Invaders with that? Yes, okay, good. Time to go to Gunner's Hold then. Which is the plan. I think the skills I'm wanting are in Cephala though. Predominantly? Probably, maybe, possibly. I don't suppose that got my kill count up. 19. Well, it certainly did. The low char, like the low level, like level 7 and 8 char don't count for the kills. Probably because they are pathetic and don't give me experience points. Do I have an Eye of North? Yeah, I have a Hero's Handbook. Okay, good. That was important to double check. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit of an oversight. I have to make sure I take care of that later. And by later I mean when I head back. Probably will want to do somewhat imminently. No, I don't want to go talk to Gunnar Poundfist. These I need to hang on to, the rest of this not so much. Nice.
Are you hunting something?
That was a very bad scythe. Very bad scythe. There's 74 gold then. There's definitely things that I want to do up here, but I don't feel like disbanding my party to do them. Somebody's up here with a Doom crest. So that's kind of impressive. Hang on, where do I... Surely I have... There they are. Always have to look around for where the heck I'm storing these things. By the way, trade contracts can be traded for gemstones, so I highly recommend saving up for those. Also, the thing that I was noting earlier is that I don't have a Shiro's return, so I need to make sure I grab one of those. Dodge this and finish him. All skills that I kind of want, but also not enough to go get right now. I'm going to go up to Cephala. I think you move like a dwarf has gotten up there, which is kind of the skill that I'm looking to get, sort of. Okay, Cephala is largely west from here.
Why are you here?
Should go to Cephala? Thought I made that clear. Dun 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 dun. Ooh, and pretty light on the trees out there. It's getting to evening lighting. What a cool map. Midigan, Backbreaker. What do you...
Never.
What's your story? Your story is never Inger and Norn.
Why are you here?
Okay, what's elemental dust? For wonky reasons. Nothing I particularly want off of him. The collector mechanic is a neat one, and it's frequently useful, but
Who sent you? Are you hunting something?
yeah, see, the problem is making kills takes time, so since I'm trying to travel places, I'm actually trying to avoid them. Very good for a vanquish, though. I was just reflecting that the mastering mechanic in Guild Wars 2 at times acts very much so like this, where you kill enemies to get experience points, and then that funnels into your mastery, but mechanically it's very similar. Because a lot of them are like, you raise your affiliation with this and get bonuses for having done so. It's quite similar to what's going on with the title that we'll get and the skills and stuff. Certainly is interesting to think about. Jotun, Jotun, Jotun. Okay, let's get this pain over with. Should really attack your enemy before you send them with strike as one, or they will get all kinds of turned around. That's what I have discovered. Ogre the Calamitous. I have terrible news. I have not made anywhere near as many kills as you would like.
Are you hunting something? Are you hunting something?
See, only 6. Absolutely abysmal as far as they're concerned.
Who sent you? Are you hunting something?
How does, like... I wonder where the origin of Blink as my middle name came from. Because, like, right there, we just had challenges my middle name, right? Excuse me. And, it's kind of like a meme phrase, right? A structure of Blink as my middle name. Of like, oh, that's something I'm all about. But it is kind of odd. And it does make me wonder where it came from. Somebody's about to face the fury of my team, I guess. Can I skillfully dodge around these? Maybe? I'd like that. Well, or the minion horde will fight the elementals, and that will be that. And then the Modnir attack us like they do. Swap those. I keep wanting to go to the higher up one first. I'm using expert salvage kits on those in case I get like linen or silk or whatever out of them. There's a chance for that. Boss over that way has Onslaught. Mish, Lady of the Lake. But there's a quest to kill her. So regardless of whether or not I want Onslaught, which I do, probably on my Dervish first, but my Assassin also could make use of it. But regardless of how much I may want Onslaught, I A, don't really want it on this character, I don't think, and B, don't see a reason to kill that boss until I have the quests to do so.
Why are you here?
Yeah, that's nice. 316 reputation points with an Orn. Neat. Excuse me. Had a bit of a yawn there. Probably won't be fighting a whole lot else. I mean, the Spirit of Symbiosis is going to get attacked because that's how everybody is here, but...
Why are you here? Never angry.
Excellent. Okay, Sifhala. We have the notorious foe, Mish, Lady of the Lake.
Why are you here?
Yeah, you move like a dwarf. Definitely a skill that I want. I'm gonna grab this quest and advance this one by getting attacked by the Norn Bear, I guess, technically. These guys all become corpses as soon as they walk up to it because they're apparently made of nothing. I don't know how they're dying that quickly. It's truly astonishing. Okay, well, that thing just, like, panicked and is fleeing. Jorah wants to fight it, I guess. And then there's the Legend of Vanir, and et cetera, et cetera. May become a huge deal later, but we won't worry about that now, will we? Sif, I would like to tell you that Norn Bear hunting season is open.
Why are you here?
I am not, however, going to be engaging in Norn Bear hunting season. I'm, in fact, going to talk to this dwarf.
There is Much to do.
Yes.
What news of the war?
Good old don't trip. Okay, let's see. What is the... Oh, I should probably turn that one in. More the deeds done dirt cheap. Okay, there's a Corn Wild Runner, which is Crypt Shot. Yeah, okay, those are all. Down in Drakar Lake. Nofostu is a problem and a half, but conquerable. I don't have a rune floating around in my... Did. Undertaker's Minor Shadow Arts. Probably neither of those are worth anything. Oh, Undertaker's has a minor bit of value. Minor Shadow Arts. Yeah, okay, that's not worth a thing. I think the Undertaker's out. I don't know that it has that much value. 90. What I'm kind of debating though is if I want to hang on to it. I'm going to hang on to it just because I'm using those insignia. It seems reasonable to hang on to it for future armor pieces.
Why are you here?
Sell that. I'm going to put the 16 gold away and I'm going to withdraw a platinum. I don't need a platinum, but it's just bugging me. So I'm going to go to Kaining and make sure I grab a Shiro's return book and fill out the blank pages. Yeah. Okay, I did get Vizuna Square, so it got those ones at least, so that's something. Right, back to the Eye of the North. There we go. Now that won't be hanging over my brain. That was bugging me. Let's see. Nofostu is a Mesmer. Probably illusionary weaponry at that. I don't think I need to worry too much about what the other ones... Yeah, okay, let's just go hunting. My tier are going to be a real pain for Elias, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm going to slap on Chillblains. Because I feel like it. It's my reasoning for running Chillblains. Might be useful against some of these elementalists.
Are you hunting something?
Okay, time to fight a bunch of obnoxious Jotun as part of the quest that I just grabbed. One of the quests that I just grabbed. At any rate. This is a spot where it can start getting a little dicey. Lonnie's probably gonna have problems. Go after this thing. I don't like how low my pet is getting. These guys are no joke, though. Okay, we got rid of the chief, which is important. We're probably wiping because we aggroed way too many Jotun at once. But you know. We got rid of the chief, which is the important part, right? Right? Triggering Giant Smash. Okay, I'm gonna chill here for a moment. Give Elias a chance to make a few minions. Okay, that's enough of a chance to make a few minions. He's made a few minions. You know, I could attack through that, but then I would be very sad. So I'm going to opt not to. Okay, we've cleared out those guys. Which is good. Okay. Mish Lady of the Lake is going to be a little rough. I wonder why Dunkoro randomly has a little bit more death penalty than everyone else. Oh, so does Milani. How bizarre. You know what? They probably died first. And then we got some experience points from other things dying. No, that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know what's going on with them. It's a little bit of a mystery. So one of the problems here is that Corrin Wildrunner, one of the bosses that we're after for this particular endeavor. Okay, well, these guys are just rude jerks who are rudely jerking all over everything. Get chillblains. Yes, I am the chillblains haver now. Bwahahaha. Corrin is a patrol. And he kind of patrols the whole lake. So I don't know where he is. And I'm going to have to look for him. Mish at least is fairly locatable. She hangs out in the middle. Also, this lake has ice physics, which in this game doesn't mean you go sliding everywhere. It means that you have bad acceleration. Or more accurately, you spend a few moments snared. We can finally move. As we will demonstrate shortly. Here's Mish. It's a good idea to clear out some of the mobs around her first. Ow. Oh, there goes my pet. Just instantly wiped out. Because I have really high pet ranking, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that maybe backfired a little bit in retrospect. My cooldown from my pet dying is somewhat lower. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe here. We might have gotten ourselves somewhat over aggroed. This happens. Happens quite a bit. This area is a bit rough. In part because you've got all these patrols, and so while you're in the middle of fighting one group, another patrol will.
Who sent you?
Thank you for the 21 reputation points. Another patrol will just come and suddenly you're fighting a larger group. You know, happens a lot. A lot of patrolling mobs on this map. That's kind of what I'm saying. Look at all those chilling wisps. I'm gonna go aggro these ones. Hey, have a barbs. Do you care? Yes. Okay. You do. I'm gonna do that to you. Might have used those skills on the wrong targets, but whatever. I think these chilling wisps might be some of the ones that came at us. Seems likely. Oh yeah, map pieces. I'm absolutely going to need to accumulate these. Probably most important to get that on either my warrior or my assassin first. It unlocks Secret Lair of the Snowman, but you get Drunken Master for turning in all of the map pieces. So, since Drunken Master is not especially useful in a caster, it is somewhat lower priority for me. Sorry, I just saw Corin, who I kind of would like to go after. Or at least keep an eye on. Unfortunately, it seems my healers have opted for the bold strategy of getting stuck on the ice. Which is making this whole endeavor not work the way I thought it would. Okay, thankfully Corn is not in a hurry to not be here. Okay, Corn's down, so that's one of the bosses that we need. Death penalties are looking ugly. Elias actually has one of the lower ones somehow. Still, I want to... Okay, Miesh is coming over. Well, I will take all of that health, but I didn't like seeing of my dudes utterly... Well, I would say eviscerated, but that's certainly not what they did. Seeing as she doesn't have eviscerate, she's using a scythe. I have a lot of enchantments. If stripping 2 of them from each of them doesn't fully remove all of their enchantments. Attempts to get these gold coins. Okay, well, I'm not thrilled about the amount of death penalty we have, but I have taken down 2 of these. We're gonna wipe on Lafashtu though, I know it. Down there. And brutal. Just brutal. And when our death penalties are this high, it's not gonna go well. I'm fairly confident in our ability to take down Modnir, though. And if we can go in there with a little bit of a minion supply... Part of the problem on the lake is because of the snare effect, you run into a wee bit of an issue where it can be hard to get away from things. Taking out some random enemies will help with a death penalty a little bit, though. Not if they only give us 9 experience. What is that about? Riders in the Storm, man. It's definitely not as good as it could be. Ow. Yeah, okay. These guys actually have enough spells to spend a lot of their time using spells rather than sitting around wanding. I'm not going to feel like I need to clear this area entirely either. That's for sure. Battle picks, not to be confused with lock picks. Yeah, Vitir spawns. These guys can't be bled, but they can bleed themselves, which is very wonky. They use Cultist Fervor, which is a skill that I like for A build. My pet healed. Pet doesn't have death penalty, which is nice. I want to go activate this restaurant by Mandalf because it, yeah. And for those who haven't gone after Nolfashu before, this thing, well, that's not bad. This rabbit is a trick. A trap. A tricky trap. I'm prepared for some death penalty. I'm going to actually flag my guys up here. I'm okay with what's about to happen. Do I need to go over there? Might need to actually go up to the rabbit. Friendly little rabbits. And there's no Fostu. I have terrible news about what I just dragged with me. Oh, wow, that did a lot of damage. These guys are weak against cold, apparently. Oh, they're level 15s. That's probably part of it. Just low level. There, keeping my guys from running down with me meant that they were not surrounded by approximately 10,000 Vitier and immediately killed. So, you know, that was good. Elemental resistance. You say? We're getting 2 experience points. Means they're just strong enough to trigger this, most likely. This is actually one of the, like, less bad runs I've done in this area. Also, that was so many Spears of Light. Oh my goodness. I mean, it looks like we're still going to wipe here, but we've cleared out a substantial portion of them. So that's cool. How's my Norn? Yeah, Norn's going to be rank 1 soon. That's good. This area is especially brutal when you're trying to do the Vanquish. I'm going to actually try to hide back here a little bit. Just getting hit by infinite of those is really annoying. I mean, we're able to wipe them out pretty well, honestly. But if we get surrounded, they can easily gang up on us and cause us all sorts of trouble. Ow, that's the boss. That's the boss's damage. Ow, that hurt. Oh yeah, we're wiping again. Honestly, the fact that I have a pet that doesn't get death penalty is helping a lot here. Pretty sure. Because it's able to kind of tank somewhat for us. This is usually how this goes, by the way. I'm sure that there's team comps that you could use that would help tremendously here. But I'm used to just... I mean, it doesn't help that I came into here with a bunch of death penalty already. But yeah, this area is brutal. It got a notorious reputation of people following the rabbit down and getting ambushed. And the expansion first came out, and for good reason. It's a well-earned reputation. I'm saying. Well, I mean, that works pretty well, because we are looking to kill a boss here. Don't want to attack with the clumsiness up. That clumsiness probably is the boss's and probably hurts like crazy. Yeah. Not a spider. Why you die on me? Get over here and attack this thing. These guys are level 20, which is being a real problem. All the consumed corpses are also being a real problem. Yes, avenge me, not spider. If you can, before you degen out. Well, that was suboptimal, but definitely do not want to attack through clumsiness. Got it. Plus that would got the boss bounty. Well, that was rough, and I kind of knew it would be, but we got there. We got there. And my Norn. I'm now a Slayer of Imps. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any lockpicks to open that with, which just kind of makes me feel weird, but... Okay. Excuse me. Time to go tell Sif about my accomplishments.
Who goes there?
Yes. Thank you. I wanted that. Now then, I also need to go tell Undruth Blastrock that a certain Jotun is dead and therefore no longer a problem.
You need me.
Dwarven's ability is crazy strong. Snowstorm is very medium. Like, Snowstorm was one of those skills that would be a lot better if Elementalists were better. Okay, Gunner's Hold. No, that's not where I need to go. I have the North is where I wanted to go. Artificer Molnix.
May the gods protect you.
Winds is absolute trash. Okay. I'm going to do some of the solo stuff now, I think.
Welcome, friend.
Oh, yeah. UAS is very good
Heard
stuff.
much of you.
Yes. Begin. Begin, I say. Bring me this up. I should probably bring in Feeble when I go to fight that guy. Not sure what I'd want it over. Actually, probably you move like a dwarf is not as good as Enfeeble in some of these cases. Okay, yeah, I have plenty of time for this. Even though I feel like I'm going a little bit slowly, but it doesn't really matter. because we're on a good pace to get all of them down. And the time limit. Which is all that matters. Yay! Victory is mine! Woo! Good old Imlad. Okay. I'm gonna do Mano e Norno. Okay, I'm definitely gonna want UAS here.
How can I help? I've heard much of you.
I will grab this. I'm not gonna do that one just yet, though. That's for freaking sure. Okay, Enfeeble. Enfeeble. I probably don't want Strike as 1. I'm gonna put Enraged Lunge on there instead. Enfeeble is nice because it reduces the damage my enemy deals. I don't... Probably replace Predator's Pounce with Enfeeble. Enfeeble's nice because it makes the enemy hit less hard, basically. Makes it easier to tank. The duel begins in a bit. I know. Not Spider is flea ridden apparently. Well, he went down easily. Yep.
May the gods protect you.
Thank you. Death Strike actually isn't terrible for this character, except for the part where I just don't have enough inventory space.
Welcome, friend.
In Defense of the Eye is one that I will want to do eventually, but its rewards are not spectacular, and more to the point, I'm going to continue to do some solo stuff, so... I'm going to grab a couple platinum. Hopefully I don't need a couple platinum, but I'm going to go. I want to do the fighting tournament. Somebody thought somebody was an NPC. Interesting. We'll see if this build works or not. Should be interesting at least. I don't care about Kami, but I would like to get Zandra. Little Tom. Well, he's not really a threat, is he? Yep, that was a barbs-based victory. I like that he uses Hamstorm. Oh, good, Zandra. Exactly the lady I wanted to see. I have now unlocked Zandra on this character, which will be a boon. I also need to remember to talk to the Scald. Oh, hey, Jorah. drawers over there in the as me using the snipping tool. Lucas. I wonder how challenging Lucas will be. He has a potentially obnoxious build. That does a lot of parries and stuff. Okay, Lucas was a zero problem. Oh, here's Kamu. The other one that you unlock as a hero. Oh my goodness. That's so much damage. That's terrifying. Evan Vanguard Assassin support is just a crazy good skill. Even with a level 14 assassin and not level 20. I think this is my first character to unlock Kamu. Ooh, Menlo could be... Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can straight up overpower Menlo. Menlo uses a... Oh yeah. He's gonna want himself to death. He uses a 55 build. So, Insidious Parasite does lifesteal, and that does not, like, Prosper does not protect against that. So he wanded and instantly killed himself. That's really funny. Okay, this is definitely the round that's like the most... I don't know how this is gonna go. Okay. Oh my goodness, this guy hits like a freaking truck and a half. Yeah. Spider, get him. I need my pad up. Oh good, I'm beginning to regenerate. That's nice. Okay. He is weaker when he's not in bear form. Like a lot weaker. Not nothing, but a lot weaker. Woo! Managed it. That was tight. First character to beat Magni the Bison, though. So, I'm proud about that. Woo! And I got both heroes unlocked in one run. So that was extremely good. First try going through that on this character, too. I cannot believe it. You have done the impossible. Magni the Bison is defeated. How I have dreamed of this day to finally face my equal. Now that I have tasted defeat, I feel reborn, alive. This loss shall spur me on to even greater feats. My tournament will continue. I must find more worthy opponents to drive my greatness ever onward. I hope to face you again someday. Thank you. Finish him, also really nice to get. Dodge this is less useful to this character. You can repeat this and get the tokens that you can trade in for stuff. These might be worth doing eventually. I think they're just experience points, though, and I don't need experience points that badly. I'm going to swap these back in, but I'm going to keep... I forgot about... somehow, I forgot about one of the most potent PvE-only skills in the game, but I did, so I'm glad to remember that. Also, this is a so much better offhand than this stupid Cesta. It's not even funny. Like... yeah. It'll give me... oh, I don't have 9 soul reaping, which is really funny. It's still better, but if I had more soul reaping, it would be even superior to that. Man, these things are just not salvaging to iron, are they? This is probably wood. Yeah, there's not very much wood either. It's a little disappointing, to be honest. At some point, I should probably start just IDing and selling for money. But I'm not at that point just yet. Okay, Kilroy. I have this bow for pulling. The staff is kind of bad. At this point, I think the staff is just abysmal, but I'm going to put it here for now. Kilroy is going to give me some brass knuckles that I need to use, so I'm equipping them here. Okay. I'm going to start doing some of these, get some of these skills unlocked. Hello, who cares? How are you doing? I was somewhat concentrated on fighting a certain Magni the Bison, and maybe not paying attention to chat. Furious daggers are probably ideal for Thunderfist brass knuckles. They make it a little harder by having you fight 2 guys at once. Hey, you. I'm gonna sucker punch you. You get punched. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm fine. Not gonna get knocked down in this unless I really mess up. There we go. Is this the same? Yeah, this is just the arena in Gunner's Hold. Same spot where the Bison tournament is held. Less Jorah hanging out on the sidelines, though. Why? Okay. Whatever. That's rather far away, but... oh, right. I need to remember to go talk to the Scald. Hang on.
What news of the war?
Brawling Headbutt. Excellent skill on assassins and stuff. I'm going to do that, but I really, really, really want to go talk to the Scald while I'm at all thinking about it. Because otherwise I will totally forget. I want to get the plus HP buff.
Now.
Thank you.
Who sent you?
Oh yeah, hero skills. Do you have any? No necromancer ones. Ranger? Okay, I'm gonna check disrupting lunge on the wiki. Okay, skill trainers, but not. Okay, I will get this then. The big thing that I was checking is if it was gotten through skill quest, which I was pretty sure it wasn't, but I wanted to double check that. Then I didn't want to acquire it, but when it just comes to you, as it were. My Slayer of Him's back on, was it 60? 60 health is the amount. Excellent. Good to know, I suppose. 31 gold. A lot of the Prophecy's quest reward items actually identify to be worth a good amount. So it's absolutely worth doing. I will pull up the area map, please. I wish I could have my pet here, but I cannot. I think this is going to be the first dungeon I do on this account. Which is kind of funny. Perfectly reasonable one to do first, though. Yeah, give me that Kilroy Stonkin buff. Let's go punch some dwarves. Daze is significant because if you're dazed, you can't use the blocking skill, incidentally. There's usually a locked chest in here somewhere. You only take damage from attack skills, but Satin hits kind of hard. And I tend to be terrible about actually landing interrupts and blocks and stuff. Did okay this time, though. Did okay this time, and I will take it. Take him down. Okay. Yeah, there's a locked chest. Stone wolves are actually kind of nasty. They have Primal Rage, which does cause them to take additional damage, which is kind of not bad. I remember grinding Legendary Survivor in here on a character, and that was obnoxious. It worked, but it was obnoxious. These guys have only about 80 HP, whereas the Stone Wolves actually have a full amount of HP, which is part of their, let's not call it charm. I like the fact that these guys have only 8 HP. They get taken out pretty easily. Well, I lost the lockpick, but I got something. You stop. No Marauder shot, thanks. I don't understand how adrenaline works on this. Sometimes you get a lot more for no good reason, and that's pretty cool. You, no. Flambers, eh? I appreciate that these guys attack so sporadically. Sure, let's go sporadically. Like they're all, they attack you like martial arts movie where it's not all at once. Why there wasn't a dwarven brawler form, I don't know. Probably was overpowered, but I mean, if you're gonna give us like Blessing of the Bear, why not dwarven brawler? It'd be so OP though. Could you imagine a group of 8 people going into the underworld punching it? It would be amazing. Punch Doom to death. That would be hilarious. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be how overpowered or not it would be. It'd be very interesting. Okay, come on, Kilroy. Introduce him to lefty and righty. Tank for me. No. I want Kilroy to tank for me, not me to tank for him. No, none of that. You only take damage from attack skills, so... Okay, Etten down. And he basically took down Fronris himself, so that worked. And for my troubles, I got a Dwarven Ale. Hey, Kilroy.
Seek the dwarves.
Okay. See him for my reward. Let's go. Let's just go back here. I don't feel like sitting around for a minute and a half or whatever was left on the timer. Too long was left on the timer. That's what was left on the timer. Okay. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Actually pretty good.
Hail, human.
Yes.
You seek the dwarves?
This one can be a little tricky. You do finally get access to Brawling Combo Punch, which is a very strong skill. Which I wish you'd get in the punching the other guys, but... I'll probably have to stand up several times against him. Thankfully, I have basically infinite. Good. You can both click and use the thing, so it's pretty Why are you running all the way over there, Bjorn? Ooh, feel good about that block. Nice. Stopping the uppercut is good. The uppercut can't be blocked, so. Helps if I hit 8 instead of 7. Plenty of time to stand back up, though. Yeah, this seems about right pacing. I usually expect to have to get up. Yep, twice in this fight, and I managed it. So cool. That one's not bad. That was not bad. Okay, Kilroy. Give me your better knuckles.
What news of the war?
Yeah. Your bite is in low blower skills. I don't tend to use it that often, but I keep wanting to, like, particularly figure out a way to incorporate low blow. Probably not something I'm going to use particularly much on this character, kind of regardless, but... okay. That's a lot of stuff. Maybe we should go fight ourselves a Nornbear, huh? That might be reasonable. Let's see. Somebody needs to declutter their inventory, and that somebody is me. Do I have a spot where I'm storing Dwarven Ale? I do. Excellent. Bottom right map piece. When did I get the bottom left map piece? I don't know, but bottom right can go there. There. Now I can arrange them. When I get the top ones, they can go there. Huzzah. Well, I was admittedly hoping for better, but here we are. Minor Soul Reaping. Yeah, that one's almost certainly worth taking out of the thing. I don't need Minor Soul Reaping on this character at this time. I have Minor Soul Reaping, but I'm not gonna spend it on heroes. I may. By the time I'm eventually getting this character another armor set, I probably will want to. I'm probably going to be able to afford a Minor Soul Reaping rune, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Let's see. I do want to salvage this bow. And this axe. Can put these here. Actually equip them. I don't need these brass knuckles anymore. I have the Thunder Fist ones. Yeah.
Why are you here?
Do I have Bloodstained on this character? I do. Okay. Bloodstained is way down from where it had been. Yeah, minor soul reaping definitely has some value. It's not like hugely valuable though. Probably should have used on Elias, but whatever. I chose not to, and I don't think I'm going to care that much about that. Voice. Okay. Thing going on here. Guided by Fate at 14% is not terrible. That's definitely worth more to me sold than used, I think, but kind of an unusually valuable purple, 176 gold. Maybe not that unusually valuable, but definitely valuable.
Who sent you?
Yeah, so the Shield of the Wing is more like where I expect them to be. Okay. I mean, some amount of that is I took a bunch of money out before doing the tournament, expecting to do poorly and then not doing poorly, so. There's not really a whole ton of reason to use Andra yet. The powerful stuff is not unlocked. Like, I just haven't unlocked it yet, so. That's just how it is right now. Do I want to bring Milani with me again? Not sure. I mean, her bar's fine. Yeah, let's skip the Milani and... I don't even know if I have any elites that I'd want to use on Zandra. Odd question. I certainly don't have any ritualist elites. I could bring her. If I did, I'd probably go / monk. I think I want to split like that. I'd rather Weapon of Warding. Do I want a hold item? Ally. And then empathic removal. There. I'm going to just rock her like that for now. A little bit support. Kind of support the monks a bit. Rely on myself and the other guys for damage. Let's switch over to this. But I want to change my own build to get up to 9 soul reaping. Kind of not. It would help my energy a little bit, but I don't feel like my energy has been bad, so yeah, I kind of don't want to. Okay, I need to talk to Sif. Where'd Sif go? Over here.
Never anger a Norn.
Yeah, this one. Anything you can do. This one is just a bridge one. Once you do it, you can go do the one against the Glacial Griffin. And that unlocks I Am Unstoppable, I believe. So I'm going to grab that. I'm not going to do that imminently, though. Those are useful to have, but not so useful. I feel like trying to get them right now. It's nice. I'm not going to, but it's a nice concept, I guess. I'm getting knocked down a lot by these guys. Malarkey. I like the word malarkey, apparently. Good description of what's going on, though. See. Okay, her empathic removal is recharging. There's a decent argument for going with expel hexes if I was doing a different sort of build with her, but Actually, spell hexes would not be half bad on Sandra right now against considering some of what we're facing. But fight this thing, please. But empathic removal will do a pretty good job of helping keep us a little bit cleaner. I don't think I have expel hexes unlocked yet either, so it's kind of. I really should spend some time on my Mesmer doing Mesmer things. Wolfen Blessing is annoying and I don't want to get it, so I'm not going to. I'll show you visions you'll regret. Go over there and fight that thing, would you? Man, Jotner, obnoxiously tanky. Yeah, probably should have kept the same one, but that's okay. Woo! That went off. Out of hitch. Bam, pummeled it with damage. Okay. All you need Wolfen Blessing for is to tell you where the Norn Bear shows up, and if you already know where the Norn Bear shows up, then you don't need Wolfen Blessing. And so I'd rather not use it because I dislike it. I don't like the replace your skill bar elites. I just don't find them fun. It's part of why I don't like worms either. Like, the fun of the game is the build system, and getting rid of it is just not my idea of a good time. So I don't do those things. Okay, spawn in, would you? There we are. Scare this guy away with some well-timed damage. Look at all those numbers. My goodness, the system's having to try really hard to keep him alive. Like, so hard. Okay, we're gonna end up fighting these guys. Which is not my idea of a great time, but... Well, the good news is they get down pretty quickly. When Barbs hits them and all the minions pile on and Sif and Jorah join in, it's really quite effective. Both, please, Zed. Okay, spawn the Norn Baron. Hi. I liked the part where the game had to, like, pump huge amounts of healing into him to keep him from dying. That was fun. Okay, I guess we're gonna fight some more Jotun. Well, I will say Barb's is doing some really good work. I should probably give Elias a little bit of minion making time. Look at all of those. 15 damage triggers. Excellent. Excellent, I say. Well, that's right. Getting some PvE only skills definitely opened up my options. Got to get through some dialogue here. Activating barbs. Where do you think you're running off to, huh? Yep, that's Barb's doing its work, all right. The Norn Bear. And she takes care of it. Takes care of business is what she does. Okay. Jorah should now be unlocked if I want her in my party. Cool. I'm gonna go this way because I want to go to Long Eyes Ledge and make my way over to the Char territories. Does this get me Power Stone of Courage and Ebon Escape? Heh, good old don't trip. Halfdan the Younger.
Who goes there? Are you hunting something?
I am. I'm hunting Crack and his cavalry. Kark? Is it Kark or Crack? Crack. Crack Flame Whip. Because he's cracking his Flame Whip, you see. He's the slaver because he's Stone Summit. I think I can get Jagged Bones or whatever it is. Near here. Whoo! mean, damage is fine once they start actually pawing at them, but that can take a while. There's another Aurochs around here somewhere. I think. Okay, there was, I suppose. Is perhaps more accurate to the actual situation. Poor Zandra, constantly out of energy, I'm sure. I mean, this has been a prolonged fight. So, there's a bunch of patrols in this area, and I feel like we hit a bunch of them. What a beautiful skybox. I don't know why this game's skyboxes hit me harder than Guild Wars 2's skyboxes. That's a really interesting question that I would need to think about a lot. I think it's probably because they're unchanging. They're able to have, I don't know, some sort of unified artistic vision with that. That doesn't even feel mandatory, though. I think it's probably more complicated. Rush, interesting choice. Some have been like persistent, like one of the most persistent and prevalent villain factions in Guild Wars. Feels like. I'm not going to do Bloodwash's Blood right now, by the way. I want to actually go to Long Eyes Ledge, and if I do Bloodwash's Blood, it messes with my spawn locations and stuff. I'll worry about it later.
Are you hunting something? Are you hunting something?
Nice. That does not happen all the time I get to him. I go kill Whiteout. I don't think I'm worrying about that right now. Makes sense my trip in the wrong direction, so. You could replace the inscription on this if you wanted to. Not really something I think about much, but you could. Yeah, I'm just taking the short path there. Because Whiteout's all the way, like, up in here somewhere. I don't even know where to find it on this covered map. Fog of Ward map. I don't know. Presumably she's using Splinter Weapon on me or my pet. I've just not been paying much attention. Okay. I'm just going to wait for these condies to run out. Okay, they have. Excellent. In hard mode, the number of Viteer here is dramatically higher. I think is very interesting. People farm them. This is Aura is the elite that you can capture off of the Phoenix in Napui Quarter, incidentally.
Are you hunting something? Why are you here?
I am here to go to Long Eyes Ledge. Yeah, I am getting a splinter weapon put on me, which is excellent. Polar bears. What if I don't want polar bears? Then I don't capture a polar bear. It's pretty easy and straightforward, actually.
Are you hunting something?
Zone transitions all the way over there, too. Magni the Bison, like, was it Megan the Stallion? I don't listen to popular music much. I mostly just listen to the same things I got on OC Remix or video game soundtracks. Like the same things I got in OC Remix in 2004. Or OC or video game soundtracks. That's not 100% true. I've listened to some Sound of Music stuff that I've enjoyed. The Sound of Music? I think. Gavin, the YouTube channel, whatever. I like Moonlight Blue quite a lot, and Fallen Leaves. I'm quite fond of as well. Neither here nor there. Big caw noises. I wonder if what Guild Wars 2's draw distance is and what Guild Wars 1 draw distance is. Kind of an odd thing to kind of ponder, maybe a little bit, but draw distance has such a big impact on how big a game world feels. Like how far away can you draw stuff? Obviously, using good level of detail techniques allows you to kind of fake some of that, which is good. But you do have to kind of be set up for it. And of course, the simpler your geometry is, the more modern hardware can get away with wasting cycles on computing stuff, so you kind of extend your draw distance that way. Long draw distances really do elevate a game, though, in terms of just the expansiveness of the vistas they can show you. It's nice that you can get through most of this map without having to fight anything.
Are you hunting something? Are you hunting
Yeah, so you have no kills whatsoever, because you're able to just slip through them all. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I don't think I'm gonna straight up start doing stuff here, though. I just wanted to get this on my map. I will take the wood of your buckler. Those always feel... A bunch of these kind of feel a little uncertain to me about whether or not they're going to give me... Oh, well. I'll take the craft materials from that. Yes, please. Okay, that was a decent amount. What was that? 23 iron ingots? Not bad, not bad.
Why are you here?
To sell you a berserker horn. Okay, well, I've been talking about wanting to advance this Mesmer enough that I think I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time on her. Okay. Oh, boy. This is an interesting accumulation of bars. So you can tell I haven't played this character in a little while. How can you tell? Well, just look. Look at the team comp. Okay. Boy, that's bad too. We'll be doing something about that imminently. I'm just gonna grab some quests. What do you, Hanjo? You've got some random stuff too. Talk to Bujo. Search for a cure. All that. Hanlo, let me grab your thing. Do I have a sickness of capture on this character? Okay, good. That is one of the things I wanted to go do. Let's just slot on a signal capture here. I need to tweak some bars. I think I basically like got E-Surge and then was like, okay, I'm peacing out now. That's what it looks like. Okay, so first things first, I probably went here to purchase a skill. If I had to guess. Yeah, because I've done this area and then that was kind of it. I have some settlement blankets and a miniature Prince Rurik. And what is this? Superior Illusion Magic Rune? Neat. Okay. I'm going to withdraw some capital. I also got her to Drakner's Forge and got her rogue armor, which is neat. Doesn't have a whole lot else. Do I have a minor inspiration rune floating around my bank? That's minor fast casting. Yeah, I probably need one of those too. Oh yeah, you better believe it. Fast casting. No, let's put fast casting on our shoes because they go fast. For boots. That's how that works, right? That's minor energy storage. Random other things. This is a Necromancer wand. That's probably really good. Communing. Probably want to move that thing around, but I want some perfect salvage kits before I worry about some of that stuff. More minor energy storage and a minor curses. Okay. Why do I have a Blessing of War? Okay, her armor's all set up. There's a bunch of stuff. Got some char hides. Neat. Okay. Right. Diversion actually probably pretty decent. I don't know if I'll get that off of a thing or not, though. Let's get these revealed skills. Those are both useful. Let's grab a couple more signals of capture. And Signet of Disenchantment's nice to have for warriors rather than character, so I'm probably going to leave that as is. A lot of the skills that I know are available in Prophecies, I'm not like in a hurry to go get. Also, I don't know why you'd ever use Lys's Balance. It would need to have a much lower recharge for me to consider using it ever. I'll go ahead and grab Arcane Larceny now. It's not really a skill that I'm a big fan of, but... Oh, I have enough for another skill. I 'll Maybe Hex Eater Signet would be good. Maybe. Illusion of Pain is an odd one. A lot of it is I'm not grabbing skills that I know are available in prophecies because I know they're available in prophecies, and therefore, like, it might not be worth. Okay, Buckdeck Byway. What am I looking at here? Yeah, random various quests. This I'll probably go do. Okay. Costs, you can do this, I guess, but yeah, this is okay. This is okay. Talcora, I am absolutely giving you my favorite Peace and Harmony. And let's give you Guardian here. The rest of this is fine. Maybe you want Spirit over Shielding Hands, though. Dunkoro, I can swap to Healing Bursts, which I favor. The rest of this is fine. Wow, okay. Yeah, okay. That was no problem here. I just saw Resurrect, and I'm like, nope. Don't need to Resurrect. Don't need this with Dual Attune, but I do want to slap on Rodgord's Invocation. The rest of this is fine, I think. I need to get Phoenix. Do I have Phoenix? No. I should get Phoenix. Milani... Yeah, okay, you have the Prost Spirit. I don't really need you to be doing that. What happens when you come back to a character that you haven't played in a while and suddenly you discover their bars are, like, really nonsensical? Okay. I want Irresistible Sweep and... let's give you Pious Fury. Sure, that one's good. You probably don't need Radiant Scythe, though. Give you Imbue Health instead. Yeah, that seems like a good bar. Gwen. Actually, I'm okay with this conceptually. Except for the part where you're using that instead of the res chant. In fact, I don't think I need to remove Hex on you, and my goodness, everybody's... This is obviously, I haven't played this character since I got res chant. I like Thunderclap a lot, so I'm swapping over to Thunderclap here. Shock Arrow as well. Shock Arrow is very helpful. Okay. Okay. That is better. Where's the exit to this place? I seem to have got myself turned around. Over there. Kind of far away from it, actually. Oh yeah, Mr. Jason. Yeah, please teach me about Sickness of Capture. And the Barkeep as well. That one's also really useful to have. Okay. This is the best that I want, but, you know, I gotta grab what you can get. Okay. Now then. Let's go fight a guard, I guess. Yeah, because I have, like, very few elites. This is such a bad staff. I need to be replacing it, but look at this thing. Okay, that quest is done. Nope. Oh, that guy's low on energy. Yeah, that guy's super low on energy. Somebody else got the interrupt, probably costs. Oh, maybe she did it with power drain. No, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I looked down. I didn't. That might have gotten a thunderclap as well. Yeah, none of these things are particularly important. Do I have the... Okay, that's definitely not what I'm doing right now. I want to go get expel hexes off of Jin the Purifier. That is my current priority. Nope, none of that. Oh, right, I need their guild capes, don't I think I only need 3, and I got like 6 because I didn't start picking them up right away. Yeah, hi. There we go. That'll be a nice one to have unlocked and available. It's a really useful utility skill. It's basically a stronger version of remove hexes. Oh, I didn't talk to that guy. It doesn't matter. I think the answer is not a particularly helpful one, but... I probably can't go in that area. Hey, Dead on Stick. Guess we'll have to see. One Punch Man Season 3 has weird region availability. On Crunchyroll, anyway. Oh yeah, that guy's not a good target. I see. I don't care about One Punch Man. Hey, you. In the back. Good old Kenshi. Be guaranteed there's a Mesmer around if your empathy just vanishes right away. Auto slide. Yeah, no Dragon Stomp. I'm pretty sure I will not be permitted in here because this character is local, but worth checking out. I was right. I'm not permitted in, and that's okay. I kind of want to go get Elias. Not a very good animation budget, eh? Well, different shows might have different budgets as well, but you'd think One Punch Man is big enough that they give it a decent animation, right? Like, that's my understanding. This is pretty popular. Yeah, let's just go to Commandant Julavistan, and yes, we're going there. Okay. This is... Let's just go with Dunkoro here. Takora, get out of my party, and I want to add Sasuke in instead. And I also want my energy surge. Is there anything I want to... King Champion's done. Probably nothing super important going on there, right? Ooh, I could throw in Backfire. Backfire is a neat trick. Mind Rack's not bad either. I'm just gonna slip on an aneurysm. Yeah, there's definitely, like, I want them to have a good enough animation budget, but need that for a different quest later. Am I going over there? Yeah, okay, that's where I'm going. That's what I thought. That is what I thought. Jade bracelets, those are important, because I can get a domination. Well, that is not what I expected out of that. Domination 2020 offhand with those, I believe. Just have to figure out where, because I don't remember. This is where Acolyte Sasuke does a better job than me. Just running through some ankle high water, I guess. Shin high water. Calf high. Shallow water. Wow, you can tell that thing's weak when this terrible, terrible staff did that much damage. How are you doing, Dead on Stick? Aside from being disappointed by an animation studio's efforts. Yes. Five hours on a train does not sound like the... Unless you're going a long enough distance, that does not sound like a great way to spend time. Hopefully it was because you were traveling a long enough distance that it warranted 5 hours and not problems making it take 5 hours. That's an interesting work of English. I would say on a train, not in a train, even though technically you're in a train. Like you're in its carriages or whatever. Thanks, Goss. In and on are very, very odd in that way. It's kind of non-intuitive, so... Hehe. I gave him 19 energy back, and he did not appreciate it. Oh, an Ellie, you say? Ah, gotcha. Okay, you know what? You guys can... Here, have a bunch of energy back. Business trip or like a personal trip? I don't have any hex removal on this team, which is maybe a slight oversight. I'm realizing. Shouldn't be too big of an issue, but... Okay. Ah, gotcha. There's the scatter. That's what I was waiting for. Well, I knew Convert Hexes was coming. I just didn't predict the timing quite right. Okay, what's with this other group running in? Whirling defenses, you say? Well, somebody accidentally trigger-fingered Cry of Frustration and couldn't interrupt a skill that I wanted to. Somebody was me. Drop costs. I don't even know which one of these guys are for. He fell over. Ah, landing point 2. Well, I've almost cleared out landing point 2, but I need to finish clearing out landing point 1. It's okay. No nets. Nets are annoying. No, that guy was not missing as much energy as I was expecting. So if you're doing that for a business trip, do you get paid to take the train? Like, is that considered business hours, or? That's kind of neat. No, I don't want that. Managed to actually hit the interrupt too. Not the other thing, but the one thing. Should I grab findings on my... Corsair Flogger. I don't even know what they do. Throw nets, apparently. I don't know if I want the Corsair's cook's food if they're immolating it. Oh, how's the housing issues that I remember you talking about some time back, where they were like stuck in a catch-22 or something? The government was. They ever work themselves out, like figure their way out of that one? That's frustrating. Wow. You know, one of the things I was reflecting on the other day is that you'd think in Washington State that education would be considered a priority, and yet the courts had to order them to fully fund the schools system. One of the things my dad has been complaining about is that too many of the people in charge of the government use the general funds to fund their pet projects, and then we have to get a bunch of levies that to fund everything else. And of course those pass because they have to like get the citizens to sign off on it, but it's like additional property taxes. Because it's like, well, of course we're going to fund the, you know, fingerprinting and ambulance system. But it's like, why is this requiring a special levy instead of the government actually, like, I don't know, assigning its funds properly? Yeah. I get the overall impression that a lot of governments could be doing a much better job. Although our current government is certainly doing its best to do the worst job possible in terms of the federal one. Oh, that guy didn't have much energy loss. It's actually not terribly surprising. Honestly, I don't know what the implications of that would be, but I'd be very curious to know what would happen if politicians were not allowed to serve consecutive terms. Yeah, we have an outsized effect. I mean, some amount of that is understandable given our size and population, but I mean, you're not wrong, and like it's deeply frustrating to me too. Like it was the problem. I remember following the Republican primary very closely back in 2015, and it's like he got so much free airtime because he's good for headlines. People pay attention because he does such outrageous things. So then the news media is incentivized to follow him because they'll get eyeballs on their ads. Understandable, but maybe not ideal. Sort of setup we found ourselves with. And it's just like, give him obscurity. That's what these people deserve, is obscurity. And they keep feeding the trolls. Because feeding the trolls gives them headlines that draw eyeballs that give them money. And people need to stop caring and looking at those, but like it's hard. And there is no good solution. A lot of random coins and stuff. Yeah, I wish our politics had less of an effect on the whole world as well. Okay, Castellan Puba, tell me about how awesome I am or whatever it is that you're going to do. Oh my goodness, that's so much random junk. Okay. Blessed, that's definitely worth taking out. Undertaker's Vitae, yeah, both of those are probably worth taking out. Not that I can guarantee that, but you know. Come on. None of these are what I want them to be, which is worth more money. Yeah. I still think maybe we should spend a bit less on the military and a bit more on domestic spending and such, but what you're gonna do. My builds are starting to look scary. There's Cry of Pain. Starting to look like real builds, that's for sure. Got a tickle in my throat. That should help. Okay. This one really wants Mesmer hexes. Where did I have... There they are. I need to figure out where I need to turn those in, though. Oh, blessed are not that expensive right now. Neat. They were quite a bit. I mean, it's still... I'm going to sell it, but... What is this one? Vitae. Okay. Vitae is more valuable. Undertaker still had some value when I was looking at it earlier. Let's see, I don't think I had any more things I'd want to salvage out. Okay, this is probably all just a bunch of stuff I should merchant. Yeah, a lot of these are... The stolen shipment might have something if I do an expert salvage on it. Okay, it had 2 bolts of cloth, which was absolutely no way worth that salvage kit, but whatever. Churro Fields is this way. I have Tropic Village that I've done already, so that's cool. Eventually I'll get to the other side of this, of Commodon, and talk to Bina and be allowed into Churro Fields. Not sure why they make you talk to Bina instead of just having this open. It feels weird. What's not looking scary is this staff. I really need to get her a better staff. Okay. I'm gonna wait for Cormier. Oh, man. I miss the days... Like, I like these days in Guild Wars 1 where there's some character about the classes that are implied by their dances, about the professions. Yep. White Weapon at level 20. It's not even, like, max. It's requires 5 domination magic, energy +6. Have skill recharge of spells, chance 12%. It's so bad. It's so atrociously bad. But I just haven't bothered to get... Oh, I need to go this way. With getting anything better. Hello, random Yeti. Oh, there's a Gwen. Neat. Somebody has the everlasting tonic. Okay, here we are finally at the console docks. You. I want these quests, please. Thank you. Raid Marshal Madara. I will take my reward, thanks. Okay. What is the armors here? Estania Tire, Sun Spear Tire. Can't say I really know offhand what those look like in terms of armor sets offhand. I think I just said offhand twice for no good reason. Okay. I'm going to want to wrap up soon, but I'm going to go get Elias first. Yeah, I definitely am fine on my equipment. I'm gonna grab back and talk to Cora. There. That should be a little bit better. I believe I need to talk to Figo. I really need to start getting some characters backwards. Okay, I haven't gone all the way there. I have been through here. Okay, I've gotten to THK. Haven't touched, like, most of this area, though. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of experience with other MMOs, so I don't really know what their gear situation is like. What the heck is Koss wielding? Nice. Look at this axe on Koss. And he has Rush to make it work. Beautiful. Ooh. Plant fiber drop. Nice. I like how these guys are dual classed because they have Troll Unguent, but they're warriors. My understanding is that in like WoW, you're spending most of your time trying to grind for better gear so you can grind for better gear better. Min-max gear in a certain raid tier is having 8 versus 16 every attribute, as well as 30% more health and energy. Yeah, that's pretty substantial. Always love it when you kill an enemy by Cry of Frustrationing their healing skill. Yeah. I also wouldn't be surprised if it's like the arenas where you like cycle out of them pretty quickly, as it were. Cycle out level the lower ones really quickly. Or like freaking Guild Wars 2 crafting disciplines where you just grind your way up to stuff that's actually good. I mean, making a gear treadmill is one way of expanding your content horizons, I suppose. Like getting players to keep doing more. Well, he went down fast. I've never played World of Warcraft. I played a lot of Warcraft 3, mostly custom maps back in the day. But, yeah, for sure. I think the Guild Wars 1 model, they needed to figure out how they were approaching it better. But I think it's the best model. Guild Wars 2 annoys me because the builds are gear locked. Like, you have to be able to change your gear to be able to change your gear or, like, your attributes. And it's... so many pieces of equipment that you have to change, but... Why am I getting a Quickening Zephyr pop-up? That was random. I like Guild Wars 1's system a lot. There's a lot of quality of life things from Guild Wars 2 that I like the deposit materials button, but... Vec wanting to domesticate the char. Okay. Yeah, go back to Commandant. Kick these two. Okay, Clerk Arlon. Time to... get the thing. The Elias thing. Gonna help the merchant first. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna leave her over in Kaineng with Elias in my party. Granted, he needs a bar, but... Oh, hey, Bujo, I have something for you. Well, that'll simplify some stuff. Alright, well, that's going to go ahead and be it for today's stream. I had fun. Hope everyone else enjoyed hanging out and watching. Did a lot of stuff today. Bought a lot of regular skills from skill trainers. That was pretty good. Ooh, I can turn in another quest. I'm going to. Yeah. In fact, let's sign off next to the Emperor's Hand. Selling 5 gifts of the Travelers for 80k. I have no idea if that's any good or not. Certainly more stable than Ectoplasm has been. That market's been going all over the place lately. Hello, Emperor's Hand. I will grab your quest also. And then, yes. So until next time, like I said, thank you all very much for watching. Take care and goodbye.